Welcome back, guys. I'm getting ready to head out for a couple days, just clearing some stuff up in my office. I got my flights booked and everything. I'm going out to pick up a truck, and also, if you remember that tank trailer that I had, I'm going to pick up that tank trailer. I say that I purchased like 2 months ago. Well, they're just wrapping up with it. They had some work to do, and it's coming winter. I need that trailer, got to get it back. And so what I'm hoping to do, this truck that I'm looking at buying, if all checks out, pick up that truck, run south, pick up the trailer, and then come back in. First off though, let's go check out the shop and see what they got going out there. And then we're gonna hit the road and head west.
Well, I see somebody's off to a late start. And a load coming in. Well, we still got this bunk in here to look at. We're still waiting.
Waiting on that truck.
This truck is getting some interior work done. Gives you a little idea. So I think this rubber mat's down, and then this carpet, and then a mat on top of that.
But I don't know for sure, I think.
It looks like they also replaced this piece. And that's what I was talking about, is on these trucks is there's corrosion that starts pushing up, and yeah, your door doesn't want to shut right. So they will cut that out, grind it, and put a piece on top of there. Over here, truck number 129 is getting a service. This is the truck that I ran the other day. This trailer's getting a service. This truck is actually a Detroit in it. This is kind of a lot truck, or one that I bought for the engine that we will eventually pull out when we need it. So you can see what the guys are doing here. New brakes, a couple new tires. And this walking floor is in, this was a bean trailer. This one, they replaced the top rail where the tarp comes over. You can see some of the pieces right here on the ground. So some of these pieces up here they needed to put on. They got to also put the tarp on. They put some new tires on. Just kind of getting it ready, putting it back into service for the tarp and for hauling mulch and whatever else we do for the rest of the winter. So that's pretty much it. Fairly quiet day.
And before I head out,
today is the last day of the youth hunt, so if you see that hunting blind up there, I'm going to be heading up there tonight to sit with my son, do a little bit of hunting, and
early tomorrow morning, head a flight to Chicago. Traveling again. Make my way to Illinois here at ROC. Time to edit a video, right? That's what I'm working on while I'm at the airport. Gotta do what you gotta do. Well, guys, I'm here. Chicago Motor Cars.
Well, you all thought I came out to buy a truck, right? I didn't tell you what truck I'm coming out to buy, did I? Chevy 6500 monster.
I come out to buy the truck. I actually did buy the truck, but I had to go across the street to pay for it, right? This Chicago Motor Cars, they actually have, I guess, 2 locations, and I was at the truck location. This is the car, exotic car location. Literally, my mind was blown checking out some of these rides. I gotta do a little walkthrough. I'm gonna show you guys some of these cars. It's pretty impressive. Too rich for me, but check them out. Got some Vipers and Vets under there. So when I was a kid and growing up, the coolest car that I thought you could own was a Viper, which if I was this car right here, I love this one. Viper GTS. That one's pretty sweet. But like, there's way more. Check all this out. Someday when I get big. All right, we're gonna wrap this deal up and I'll show you guys the truck. Here I am at the truck lot. I'll show you some of the trucks they got here. So this truck, there's a guy in New York that's got a truck very similar to this running around our area. And I'm like, I wonder if it's the same truck, but I don't think it is. Got a B model. Couple day cabs. This is a 1999, I think, W900. It's got a Detroit. I think they won a little bit of money for this one, but it's a fairly clean truck. Eight-bag suspension. It's back when they put real steel in trucks. Got another W9. Well guys, here it is. I have spent the last 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours, going through this truck, and yeah, this truck is a 2013. The older the truck, the better the price, usually, in this case, but there's more things, more little things that go wrong.
You can see it's got some rust. Needs got a wheel seal bad up there. Just, there's a lot of cosmetics, got some scratches.
When you're buying a truck this age, there's some things that you do have to kind of look past. Like I said, I went through this truck. It is, I'll give you the specs of it. It is a 2013 Peterbilt 389 glider. 389 long hood, has a cat engine, 6NZ supposedly. We'll get into that later, but there's not, I don't see, anyway, we'll just get into that later. It's got a cat engine and a 15-speed transmission. It's a rare one, 15-speed. Not something you see every day. This 15 is kind of like it has a deep reduction 15. So you got your low gears and then basically a 10-speed. So not that cool, because I like the 13 speeds, or, you know, I don't know. I'm gonna see how this thing goes down the road. I might end up swapping that 15 speed out if we can get some money for it, if there's somebody that has some interest in it. I don't know. We'll see what when I go down the road, how this thing cruises. It has 336 rears, at least that's what the specs are. Like I said, cosmetics, definitely need some cosmetics. There's some little things that need to be done to this truck. We're gonna get it back. I'm going south of here, about 4 hours south, to pick up that tank trailer with this truck. Like I said, I crawled through this truck. There's little things that are wrong with it. We're gonna get it back. We're gonna go through it. Trevor will give you a little update on some of the things that need done. And I actually FaceTime with him. This was one of the trucks that there's a side of me, like, I always go with like a plan B. Like, I can't always fly back, but looking at the guts of this truck, it's got the right engine, it's got the right suspension, it's, you know, everything is good. It's just that 15-speed transmission, and there's just some cosmetics, some little stuff, and we can take care of that. Yes, they do add up, but some of these cosmetics are things that are gonna go bad on a truck anyway. Meaning the exhaust is something that is gonna have to get changed out. Probably not right away. We'll see if we can get through the winter, but this exhaust is gonna need replaced. There's definitely got some rust right in on those brackets. That's a common problem for Peterbilt. The frame is gonna need repainted at some point. It should get repainted at some point. And there's just, you know, little stuff in the cab really needs to get cleaned up, a good thorough cleaning. But otherwise, it seems like a fairly solid truck. The frame in the front looks pretty clean. I think we can get this thing back. We'll put a wet line on it, get it set up to haul walking floor, and we'll be good.
The headache rack is gonna come off. But yeah, you can see under here, it's fairly clean. $890,000 miles. Got my temp tag up in the window.
It's got a, it was advertised as like a 60-inch bunk. I think it's like a 72-inch bunk. Definitely the bigger one. I don't know, 389. I'm not a fan of these clutches. I can tell you. I push the clutch. I'm like. Anyway, I got a little ride ahead of me, guys. I'll take you with. We're gonna go down, pick up that tank trailer, and head eastbound and down. What's pretty cool, guys, is over there's a mulch business. It's kind of what got us started in the trucking business, but just behind them, yeah, it looks like they had a tub grinder over there making mulch. Kind of cool. I always love seeing those little operations. Lord, help me not to get mad at this clutch. These lights in Chicago. Oh, such a mess. So I'm just had to stop and get a phone charger because somehow I lost the end to my plug. But this truck, I tell you, you know, I just made that video about buying used trucks. It's so risky, and this truck is, out of all the purchases, I feel this one's the riskiest because it's so much money, and I could get this thing back and the engine could go. I don't know. This one though, like some of them you feel you spend a lot of money on a glider. This one is, I'm feeling okay, but it definitely
definitely one of those where it's like you feel you just did a very high risk deal, and you cross your fingers, you're hoping you get it back and everything is legit, because it's a lot of money. So far, you know, I didn't get to take this thing down the road yet. Like I say, I'd take it down the road. I've been going 40, 45. That's all the speed limit is so far. I didn't get it out on the big road. So at 60 mile an hour, 65, 70, I don't even know how, I didn't even get into high gear. Let's keep trucking. I just stopped for some fuel. Speaking of fuel, the pumps, $200 in, put another $200 in. Finally, I go in, get another $300, get all the receipts. What a trucking back and forth. What a mess. Should have brought a fuel card with me. So guys, I'm here at the hotel. I just want to show you guys real quick the shift pattern on this. So this blue button right here is actually one that you don't use unless you want to creep around in low gear. So putting that front puts it into like a super low range. I just leave it back, and then you basically treat it like a 10-speed. So first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and then you split this up and come back over. 6th, 7, 8, 9, 10. Technically it'd be 15, but so you have 5 and 5. You know, a typical 13-speed, or I should say a typical 10-speed, you know, you'd have first, second, third, fourth, and fifth would be typical. But this one is an H, so it goes over and down and then up. Basically, those gears are switched. So it's a little goofy, but I kind of got onto it now. It's not bad. Cruising down the road, 1400 RPMs, I think, is like 68 or something. So it just idles right along. Good running truck so far, no issues. They're gonna hop out, check for leaks, see if there's anything major going on. Definitely got air leaks, I can tell you that. And I should clarify too, guys, so the benefit that I have when I buy a used truck is, you know, for me, I look at tires, right? These tires are a little choppy, but these are Chinese tires anyway. I don't want them on. We might burn them off, but it does mean that potentially there could be something else. To me, this looks like simply tires needing to be rotated. So I don't think there's anything major going on, but I think simply just it means the tires need to be rotated the way they are cupping, or not really cupping, but the way they're, the way they're wearing. In the front had new Michelins on, so it's hard to tell, but that's the benefit though we have. We can do a lot of work ourselves, and that saves us a lot of money. But when you're buying a used truck and you want to go trucking, that's a whole different story when you can't do the work yourself. And you got to pay for it to get done. It becomes very expensive. Trailer is not done tonight. I'm going to grab it in the morning. Hopefully be down there bright and early, 7, 8 o'clock. They thought they'd have it done or very close to done by then. I'm going to pick that thing up, head east. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.